A young CEO took her own life last week, not because she failed, but because she succeeded. She couldn't handle the guilt of her success, the constant need to apologize for her achievements, the relentless pressure to make herself smaller to keep others comfortable. I'm sorry for being too successful. This tragedy exposes the darkest consequence of our toxic relationship with success, one that's literally killing our brightest minds. We've created a world where excellence comes with a mandatory apology, where achievement requires permission, where standing in our power is seen as an act of aggression against others. And while not everyone's story ends this tragically, thousands of potential world changers are dying a different kind of death every day. The slow death of self-diminishment, of apologetic excellence, of success wrapped in shame. I'm sorry I couldn't take that call. I was in the middle of closing a major deal. I apologize for being late. My TED Talk ran longer than expected. Sorry I missed the party. I was accepting an award. How many times have you caught yourself apologizing for your achievements, diminishing your light to make others feel more comfortable in its glow? We've created a culture where success comes with an apology note attached, where excellence requires explanation, where standing in our power somehow feels like we're stealing someone else's. The most profound prison ever built wasn't constructed with concrete and steel. It was built with the whispered words, "Who do you think you are?" It was fortified with the quiet doubt that creeps in when you dare to rise above the ordinary. And its guards, they're the voices of those who would rather see you comfortable in mediocrity than soaring in excellence. But here's what I discovered through decades of studying human potential. Your success isn't a betrayal of others. It's a beacon that lights the way. Your achievements aren't stealing from the world's finite supply of prosperity. They're adding to its infinite capacity for growth. Think about the last time you achieved something significant. Did you immediately follow it with a but? Did you rush to explain why it wasn't really that impressive? Did you feel the need to make yourself smaller so others wouldn't feel inadequate? We've been conditioned to believe that humility means denying our light, that gratitude requires us to apologize for our blessings, that success should be whispered, not proclaimed. But what if we've got it all wrong? True humility isn't about diminishing yourself. It's about standing fully in your power while recognizing the divine potential in every other soul you meet. Real gratitude isn't apologizing for your blessings. It's using them to bless others. Authentic success isn't about beating others. It's about becoming the fullest. You see, every time you apologize for your success, you're sending a message to the universe. You're saying, I don't deserve this. You're telling your subconscious mind, this level of achievement is inappropriate for me. You're programming yourself to sabotage future opportunities because deep down, you've decided that success requires justification. Let me share something with you that shifted my entire perspective on this. I was speaking with a young entrepreneur who had built $1 million business from scratch. She told me how she would constantly downplay her achievements around her family and friends. She'd attribute it all to luck, to being in the right place at the right time. She felt guilty for earning more than her parents ever had. Then one day, her teenage daughter said something that stopped her in her tracks. "Mom, when you apologize for your success, you're teaching me to apologize for mine." That's when it hit her. And that's when it needs to hit you. Your relationship with success isn't just about you. It's about every person who's watching you navigate it. It's about every soul who's looking to you as a model for what's possible in their own life. When you apologize for your success, you're not just diminishing yourself. You're diminishing the hopes and dreams of everyone who sees themselves in you. You're reinforcing the toxic belief that success needs to be justified, that achievement requires explanation, that excellence should come with a footnote of apology. But what if we flip the script? What if, instead of apologizing for our success, we celebrated it as evidence of what's possible? What if we viewed our achievements not as something that separates us from others, but as proof of the potential that exists within every human heart? You see, success isn't a finite resource. Your achievement doesn't diminish the potential for others to achieve. When you succeed, you're not taking a slice of pie that could have gone to someone else. You're proving that the pie is infinite, that there's enough abundance for everyone who dares to claim their share. Think about the Wright brothers for a moment. When they achieved powered flight, they didn't apologize for making all the other inventors feel bad. They didn't diminish their achievement because others had failed. Instead, their success became a beacon that illuminated what was possible. Their achievement didn't end the race. It started it. They showed humanity that the sky wasn't a limit. It was an invitation. That's what your success can be, an invitation. An invitation for others to dream bigger, to reach higher, to push beyond the boundaries of what they thought was possible, but only if you're willing to own it. Only if you're willing to stand in it without apology. Your success is not an accident that needs explanation. Your achievements are not errors that need correction. Your excellence is not a mistake that needs justification. They are the natural results of your dedication, your persistence, your willingness to grow beyond your comfort zone. Look around this room. Every person here has felt the weight of unnecessary apology. Every soul here has at some point dimmed their light to make others comfortable. Every heart here has wrestled with the question, is it okay for me to be this successful? The answer is yes. Not just yes, but hell yes. It's okay to be successful. It's okay to achieve. It's okay to excel. It's not just okay. It's necessary. The world needs your success. It needs your achievement. It needs your excellence. Your success isn't about you. Your achievements aren't about you. Your excellence isn't about you. They're about what becomes possible for others when they see you standing fully in your power, unapologetic about your gifts, unashamed of your growth. When you succeed without apology, you give others permission to do the same. When you achieve without explanation, you show others they don't need to justify their dreams. When you excel without shame, you demonstrate that excellence is our natural state. So I want you to make me a promise right now. Promise yourself that from this moment forward, you will never again apologize for your success. Promise that you will never again diminish your light to make others comfortable in their darkness. Promise that you will never again explain away your excellence as luck, timing, or circumstance. Instead, I want you to own your success like it's your birthright, because it is. I want you to wear your achievements like they're your favorite clothes, because they should be. I want you to carry your excellence like it's the most natural thing in the world, because that's exactly what it is. The next time you're tempted to apologize for your success, I want you to pause, take a deep breath, and instead of saying, I'm sorry, say you're welcome, because that's what success really is, a gift. A gift to yourself, yes, but more importantly, a gift to every person who will be inspired by your example to reach for their own stars. Your success is not a burden to be carried with apology. It's a torch to be held high, lighting the way for others. Your achievements are not weights to be hidden with shame. They're wings to be spread wide, showing others they can fly too. Your excellence is not a fault to be explained away. It's a standard to be celebrated, inviting others to rise to their own greatness. You know what fascinates me? The way we treat success differently from any other form of personal growth. Think about it. When someone loses weight through dedicated effort, we celebrate them. When someone learns to play an instrument through countless hours of practice, we applaud them. When someone overcomes a fear through persistent courage, we praise them. But success, somehow we've convinced ourselves that success needs to be qualified, explained, justified. We've bought into the toxic myth that success is something to be ashamed of, something to hide, something to apologize for. Let me tell you what's really happening. When you apologize for your success, you're not just being humble. You are participating in your own diminishment. You're not just being modest. You're undermining your own worth. You're not just being considerate. You're conspiring against your own greatness. Every time you say, I'm sorry, before sharing your achievements, you're telling your subconscious mind that success is something to feel guilty about. Every time you downplay your accomplishments, you're programming yourself to expect less. Every time you make yourself small to make others comfortable, you're trading your birthright of greatness for the false currency of approval. But contagious. Your self-diminishment doesn't just affect you. It infects everyone around you. It spreads like a virus, teaching others that success should come with an apology note, that achievement should be hidden, that excellence should be embarrassing. Think about the impact this has on the people who look up to you. Your children, your employees, your students, your followers, they're all learning from how you handle your success. When you apologize for your achievements, you're teaching them to apologize for theirs. When you hide your light, you're showing them that brightness is something to be ashamed of. Let me share something powerful with you. Success isn't just about what you achieve, it's about who you become in the process. Every milestone you reach, every goal you accomplish, every summit you conquer, they're not just external achievements, they're internal transformations. When you apologize for these transformations, you're essentially saying sorry for becoming more of who you were meant to be. You're apologizing for fulfilling your potential. You're saying sorry for answering the call of your highest self. Does that sound ridiculous? It should, because it is. Your success is not an offense against others. Your achievement is not an attack on their potential. Your excellence is not a criticism of their choices. Your growth is not a judgment of their journey. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Your success is a gift to others. Your achievement is an inspiration. Your excellence is an invitation. Your growth is a demonstration of what's possible. Think about the most successful people you admire, the ones who've truly made a difference in the world. Do they apologize for their impact? Do they diminish their influence? Do they hide their light? True success isn't about comparison. It's about contribution. It's not about being better than others. It's about being better than you were yesterday. It's not about reaching a destination. It's about becoming the person capable of making the journey. So let's talk about what success really is. Success isn't just about money in the bank or titles on your business card. Those are just external measurements, and often they're the least important ones. Real success is about alignment. It's about bringing your outer world into harmony with your inner truth. It's about having the courage to be who you really are, to share your gifts without reservation, to stand in your power without apology. Real success is about impact. It's about the lives you touch, the minds you open, the hearts you inspire. It's about the ripple effect of your example, the legacy of your courage, the inspiration of your journey. Real success is about growth. It's about becoming more today than you were yesterday. It's about expanding your capacity for love, for wisdom, for contribution. It's about stretching beyond your comfort zone and into your zone of genius. When you understand this deeper truth about success, apologizing for it becomes not just unnecessary, but impossible. How can you apologize for becoming more of who you were meant to be? How can you feel guilty about fulfilling your purpose? How can you be ashamed of answering your calling? What would change in your life if you stopped apologizing for your success? What would shift in your relationships if you owned your achievements without qualification? What would open up in your future if you embraced your excellence without shame? The energy you've been spending on explaining, justifying, and apologizing for your success. What if you redirected it? What if instead of diminishing your light, you focused on helping others find theirs? What if instead of hiding your achievements, you use them as a platform to elevate others? Your success creates a slipstream that makes it easier for others to succeed. Your achievements break down barriers that have held others back. Your excellence raises the bar of what's possible for everyone. But only if you own it. Only if you stand in it. Only if you embrace it without apology. The world doesn't need more people apologizing for their success. It needs more people succeeding unapologetically. It needs more people showing what's possible when you dare to be great. It needs more people lighting the way for others by shining their own light at full brightness. Your success is not a mistake to be corrected. It's a miracle to be celebrated. Your achievements are not accidents to be explained away. They're examples to be shared. Your excellence is not an anomaly to be justified. It's a standard to be embraced. So from this moment forward, I want you to make a new commitment to yourself. When you succeed, celebrate it openly. When you achieve, acknowledge it fully. When you excel, own it completely. No more apologizing for your success. No more explaining away your achievements. No more justifying your excellence. Instead, let your success speak for itself. Let your achievements inspire others. Let your excellence light the way. Because when you stop apologizing for your success, You give others permission to stop apologizing for theirs. When you own your achievements without shame, you show others they can do the same. When you embrace your excellence without qualification, you demonstrate what's possible. Your success is not a burden to be carried with apology. It's a beacon to be held high with pride. Not pride that says, I'm better than you, but pride that says, this is possible for all of us. Not pride that separates and divides, but pride that inspires and unites. You know what's fascinating about success? It reveals people's true beliefs about abundance. When someone feels threatened by your success, they're operating from a mindset of scarcity. They believe there's only so much success to go around, only so much prosperity, only so much joy, only so much recognition. But that's like believing there's only so much love in the world. That if I love my first child, I won't have enough love for my second. That if I love my partner, I won't have enough love for my friends. That if I love myself, I won't have enough love for others. We know that's absurd when it comes to love. Love multiplies. It expands. The more you give, the more you have. Yet somehow we've convinced ourselves that success works differently, that it's a finite resource, that your success somehow diminishes the possibilities for others. Success is not a pie with limited slices. It's a garden where every flower can bloom without diminishing the beauty of the others. In fact, when one flower blooms, it creates the conditions that help others bloom too. Think about what happens in nature when a tall tree grows strong and mighty. Does it apologize to the smaller plants? No. Instead, it creates an entire ecosystem. Its strength becomes shelter for others. Its roots stabilize the soil for others. Its leaves create shade that some plants need to thrive. Its very presence changes the environment in ways that create new opportunities for growth. That's what your success does. When you succeed without apology, you change the environment around you. You create new possibilities. You shift what others believe is possible for themselves. But there's something even more profound happening when you apologize for your success. You're not just affecting your own relationship with achievement, you're perpetuating a cycle of self-limitation that has kept countless people from reaching their potential. Every time you apologize for your success, you're reinforcing the toxic belief that success needs to be justified. You're strengthening the narrative that achievement should come with a disclaimer. You're feeding the lie that excellence requires explanation. What is your success isn't just about you? What if it's part of something much bigger? What if your achievements aren't just personal milestones, but vital threads in the tapestry of human progress? Every time someone succeeds without apology, they create a crack in the ceiling of what others believe is possible. Every time someone achieves without explanation, they weaken the walls of limitation that hold others back. Every time someone excels without shame, they lay another brick in the road that others will walk on. You see, we're not just working on our individual success here. We're participating in the evolution of human consciousness. We're helping to shift humanity's relationship with success from one of scarcity and competition to one of abundance and collaboration. Think about the internet for a moment. When someone creates a successful website, do they make the internet smaller for everyone else? No. They actually make it richer, more valuable, more useful for everyone. Their success expands the possibilities for everyone. That's how real success works. Your achievement doesn't take up space. It creates space. Your excellence doesn't consume opportunities. It generates them. Your growth doesn't deplete resources. It multiplies them. But only if you own it. Only if you stand in it. Only if you embrace it without apology. Consider every great advancement in human history came from someone who refused to apologize for their vision. Every breakthrough, every innovation, every leap forward came from someone who dared to succeed unapologetically. Did the first person who dreamed of flying apologize for looking up at the birds with wonder? Did the first person who imagined instant global communication apologize for believing it was possible? Did the first person who envisioned healing deadly diseases apologize for their audacious goals? They understood something that you need to understand. Your success is not just about you. Your achievements are not just about you. Your excellence is not just about you. They're about what becomes possible for the entire human family when you dare to shine at your brightest. What dreams are you holding back on? Because you're afraid of outshining others, What goals have you downsized because you're worried about making others uncomfortable? What aspects of your genius have you hidden because you're concerned about standing out too much? The world doesn't need your apology. It needs your brilliance. It doesn't need your explanation. It needs your example. It doesn't need your justification. It needs your light. Because here's what happens when you succeed without apology. You give others permission to do the same. When you achieve without explanation, you show others they don't need to justify their dreams. When you excel without shame, you demonstrate that excellence is our nature. Think about the people who've inspired you most in your life. Did they inspire you by making themselves small? Did they impact you by hiding their light? Did they influence you by apologizing for their gifts? No. They inspired you by being fully, unapologetically themselves. They impacted you by standing in their power without shame. They influenced you by sharing their gifts without reservation. That's your responsibility now. Not just to succeed, but to succeed openly. Not just to achieve, but to achieve visibly. Not just to excel, but to excel unapologetically. Because somewhere out there, someone needs to see what's possible. Someone needs to witness what happens when you stop apologizing for your power. Someone needs to understand that they too can succeed without shame. Your success is not a personal indulgence. It's a responsibility to those who will be inspired by your example. Your achievements are not private victories. They're public demonstrations of what's possible. Your excellence is not a solitary accomplishment. It's a collective invitation to greatness. So from this moment forward, I want you to make a new decision. Choose to succeed not just for yourself, but for everyone who will be liberated by your example. Choose to achieve not just for your own fulfillment, but for everyone who will be inspired by your journey. Choose to excel not just for your own satisfaction, but for everyone who will be awakened by your light. Because when you succeed without apology, you don't just change your own life. You change what others believe is possible for their lives. When you achieve without explanation, you don't just reach your own goals. You expand what others believe they can reach for. When you excel without shame, you don't just fulfill your own potential. You demonstrate the potential that exists within every human heart. Let's talk about something that happens in the depths of your mind when you're on the verge of a breakthrough. That moment when you feel success approaching, and suddenly, almost instinctively, you start preparing your apologies. You start crafting your explanations. You start building your defenses. Why do we do this? Because somewhere along the way, we internalize the toxic belief that success needs to be defended, that achievement needs to be explained, that excellence needs to be justified. But what if we've been looking at it all wrong? What if success isn't something that requires defense, but something that deserves celebration? What if achievement isn't something that needs explanation, but something that warrants recognition? What if excellence isn't something that demands justification, but something that calls for appreciation? The urge to apologize for your success isn't humility. It's fear disguised as consideration. It's self-doubt wearing the mask of modesty. It's limitation pretending to be grace. Real humility isn't about making yourself small. It's about acknowledging the greatness within you while recognizing it in others. Real modesty isn't about hiding your light. It's about using your brightness to illuminate the path for others. Real grace isn't about diminishing your achievements. It's about using them as a platform. So let me give you some practical wisdom about how to stop apologizing for your success. These aren't just strategies. They're new ways of being. They're not just techniques. They're transformations. First, start recognizing success for what it really is. Evidence of growth. When you succeed at something, you're not just achieving a goal, you're becoming more of who you were meant to be. You're not just reaching a milestone, you're expanding your capacity. You're not just winning, you're evolving. Second, understand that your success has a purpose bigger than you. Your achievements aren't just personal victories. They're contributions to the collective advancement of human potential. Your excellence isn't just about your growth, it's about expanding what others believe is possible. Third, reframe how you view the impact of your success on others. When you succeed, you're not taking something from others. You're giving something to them. You're giving them permission to dream bigger. You're giving them a new standard to reach for. Fourth, transform how you talk about your success. Instead of saying, I'm sorry, but I just won this award, say, I'm grateful to have received this recognition. Instead of saying, I apologize, but my business is really taking off, say, I'm thankful that my work is creating value for others. Instead of saying, I don't mean to brag, but I achieved my goal, say, I'm celebrating this milestone and looking forward to helping others reach theirs. Fifth, and perhaps most importantly, recognize that owning your success without apology is not an act of ego. It's an act of service. When you stand fully in your power, you show others what's possible for them. When you embrace your achievements without shame, you demonstrate that success is a natural state, not an aberration. You see, the world is waiting for you. Not for an apologetic version of you, not for a diminished version of you, not for a cautious, careful, contained version of you. The world is waiting for the full expression of who you are, standing in your power, shining your light, sharing your gifts without reservation. And here's the ultimate truths. Your success is not separate from who you are. Your achievements are not accessories you put on and take off. Your excellence is not a costume you wear for special occasions. They are essential expressions of your being. They are natural outpourings of your authentic self. They are necessary manifestations of your purpose. So from this moment forward, I want you to make a sacred commitment to yourself. Promise that you will never again apologize for becoming more of who you were meant to be. Promise that you will never again explain away your growth as luck or coincidence. And promise that you will never again justify your excellence as anything less than the natural expression of your potential. You said, let your success speak through your actions. Let your achievements inspire through your example. Let your excellence shine through your being, because when you stop apologizing for your success, something magical happens. You don't just change your relationship with achievement. You change your relationship with possibility. You don't just transform your connection to excellence. You transform your connection to potential. You don't just shift your link to success. You shift your link to purpose. And in that transformation, in that shift, in that change, you become more than just successful. You become a living demonstration of what's possible. You become more than just accomplished. You become an inspiration for others to reach. You become more than just excellent. You become a light that shows others the way. Remember this, success is not a burden to be carried with apology. It's a gift to be shared with gratitude. Your achievements are not accidents to be explained away. They're milestones to be celebrated with joy. Your excellence is not an anomaly to be justified. It's an example to be set with pride. The world doesn't need more people apologizing for their success. It needs more people succeeding without apology. It doesn't need more people explaining away their achievements. It needs more people achieving without explanation. It doesn't need more people justifying their excellence. It needs more people excelling without justification. So rise. Rise into your power without apology. Rise into your potential without explanation. Rise into your purpose without justification. Because when you rise, you lift others with you. When you shine, you light the way for others. When you succeed without apology, you show others what's possible for them. Your success is waiting. Your achievements are calling. Your excellence is beckoning. Are you ready to stop apologizing and start living as the full expression of who you were meant to be? The world is waiting for your answer. And more importantly, your destiny is waiting for your decision. Rise, shine, succeed without apology, without explanation, without justification. Because that's who you are. That's why you're here. That's what the world needs from you. Now, today, always, the time for apology is over. The time for greatness is now. The time for you is here. Guys, and never look back.